What's up, y'all? It's Marion. Hey, welcome to the second video on how to spend $500 a year on groceries. Yes, you heard correctly. How to spend $500 a year per person on groceries. Now, remember, it's not about spending the 500, but it's about gaining skills that will allow you to continue to purchase as much food as possible. And have that food be self-sustaining, meaning it grows itself or it reproduces itself, so you get the best bang for your buck. Now, before we go into anything about what to go buy, our first video was about scavenging glass bottles and glass jars for food storage and making sprouts and things like that. And our second video is going to be about another set of containers that you want to store. You want to scavenge from everybody that you know plastic containers, or three different types of containers. So let's talk quickly. The king of all containers is the 5-gallon bucket. Now, there are two types of 5-gallon buckets that I find on the market. There are food grade, and then there are not food grade. If you can get food grade buckets from a deli or a bakery or a wedding cake place, or if you can get those for free, then they give you a reliable place to put your food. Now, for me, and I want to make this disclaimer that anything that you do is at your own risk. This is for entertainment purposes only. I use a True Value bucket. I get these for free, and then I bleach them out. I bleach them out, and then I allow them to air dry. Those buckets store a lot of my grain. Now, for my urban friends that might not be familiar to this, or anybody that might not be familiar, you can take a bucket like this. Take a Mylar bag. Mylar is basically the same stuff as potato chip bags. Take a large Mylar bag that you can get from online. Put the Mylar bag in there. Put the rice in there. Put the oxygen absorber, and then seal it with an iron. And that rice will last you 4 to 8 to 11 years. Wheat will last almost 30 years. Like years and years and years and years and years. But for the purposes of what we're trying to do, we are not attempting to have extreme long-term storage. 6 to 8 months to a year is, so just throwing rice in a bucket like this and sealing that bucket with a lid will give you a year, provided that your temperatures are stable in your home. Here goes another smaller bucket, 64 ounces. It used to be lard. Again, it was bleached out, washed out. And I keep these for things like sugar, salt, and smaller quantities of rice or oatmeal or such that I want to be able to keep smaller amounts without having to go into my big container. Now, really quickly, I'm moving quick because I really don't want to give you guys a really long, boring video. But this 5-gallon bucket can also be filled with dirt. You can take potatoes, which are purchased in your budget, and you can regrow out of 2 potatoes that have the eyes on them. You can grow 10 to 15 more potatoes. So we're going to get into that a lot more. It's not about the how-to of what to do with these containers yet, because there are so many different things that we can do with just those 2 containers alone to make more food. So, next container. Plastic eating, things that you eat out of that are plastic, that are dark colored. These are great for the use that I'm using them for is I'm going to fill these with dirt, and I'm going to take vegetables that I purchase from the store that will go to seed, and I regrow them. We make microgreens in these small tubs. This tub might be a little bit too small to do a lot of microgreens, but I can do wheat, germinate wheat, wheatgrass with something this small. Now, if you go, keep the lids too. If you go to a deli or a place, if you're connected with someone that has an office, that has office parties, that have catering or things like that, a lot of times you get these cheese or meat trays, and this is the leftover tray. You want to keep these too. Again, these can be filled with dirt and quick growing things that sprout can be grown in a lot of greens can be grown on this plate. If you can imagine, this is a bigger plate than you would eat in a meal. So imagine if there are seeds placed in, this is filled with dirt, and there are seeds placed into this plate, and it's placed in front of a window inside the house. You can have more salad greens in a couple of weeks, 14 days, than you can eat in one sitting. So you use these to grow salad greens or just to keep other things. So I have 2 of these that I've scavenged. One it's not super deep, and then the next is deeper. So those will be used to grow fresh greens that I hope to have. So every 2 weeks, even once the money runs out, every 2 weeks I hope to have fresh greens. And I keep the lids. Now, there's one more tool. And these tools all of this is free. Here goes another tool that I was blessed with, but one can find at a really, really low cost. It's a dehydrator. You can find dehydrators. On Craigslist for as low as $15. Even if they don't work, pick them up. If you can get a dehydrator that the bottom doesn't work, but they have the trays, they have the trays there that you see that you stack food on. That's valuable because you can take a old computer CPU fan and run it on this and still dehydrate your food. So it's perfect. You want to get these. You can get these for $10 to $15 on Craigslist, or you can just scavenge them. Those are very important. It doesn't matter what brand they are. They don't have to be the high dollar, $100, with 16 trays. Get 5 of these at $15 for, do the math, 5 of them for $10 for $50. 2 of them, if you're scavenging, let's say you're going out and you're getting wild edibles. You're going out and you're getting, wild edibles. You're getting produce that's a little bit past its prime. You're getting apples that are turning brown, bananas that have turned brown that the grocery store is selling for $0. You throw those in the dehydrator and they'll last. Maybe not a year, but a few months, which will save you so much money. And anything that you can pick up that's a green. You can grow microgreens and grow herbs and grow spice herbs, medicinal, legal spice herbs in the container we talked about here, and then dehydrate them and keep the process growing so you're constantly growing and processing food for little to nothing. So sorry for the rant. Just wanted to provide some more information and show you guys how to set up using some scavenged items, a system to be able to provide more food on your $500 budget. Hang on, subscribe, and check out the group Living Within Your Means on Facebook. We can work together and learn together how to save money, because money is your power. Once you spend it, it's gone. All right, love y'all. God will do it.